So today's homework is page 148 and it's the first one under solids cut by oblique planes, okay? So the question is figure 8.20. Alright, question is in the pink box. Here's our information we need, alright? Given the planned elevation of a square base pyramid or prism, and the traces of the plane VTH, show the projections of the prism when it is cut by the oblique plane VTH, alright? So all it is just a nice simple cut solid using the vertical and horizontal trace, okay, or oblique traces. Now, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, gives us a corner here, gives us the angle. All our bits of information are there ready to go. Okay, so XY line in, start us off with. That's my X and my Y. Pick my point here. Excuse me, pick my point here. Alright, so there is my horizontal trace. Vertical trace then is there. Vertical trace. Okay, 45 degrees, 60 degrees. Now, what they're giving us next is they tell us the trace is, the object they should say is 34 millimeters away from the trace. So I'm going to do a light line here. Alright, so up and down as such. And it tells me from the XY line down, it is 40 millimeters to the corner there on that object. Okay. Now, 30 degrees. From here, going back 30 degrees. Each side is 40 millimeters long. It's a square. We went 30 degrees, so we don't need side and set squares. We can just use our 60 degree set square to create our object. Again, you can use a compass to send around your distances, or you can just measure it up to yourself. Alright, so there's my object. Now, in plan, this object isn't going to change when it gets cut, okay? But it will change in elevation. So, I'll just grab a pen there just to show you kind of the first one that we're going to look at, alright? So, we'll number these 1, 2, 3, 4. Focus on number 1 first, alright? So, excuse me, apologies. You're going to go parallel to the horizontal trace. So I'm going to take point 1, parallel to the horizontal trace, only as far as the XY line. When it hits the XY line, you stop, and you now go vertical to hit the vertical trace. So, parallel to the horizontal trace until you hit here. Then it just goes vertical. When it hits the vertical trace, you come back horizontally then. And like anything, plan and elevation, they are linked, one is above the other. Okay. So, there will be, if I extend that up, there will be 0.1. Okay. Now, do the same with the next one, 0.4. It's going up parallel. Hits the XY, it goes vertical to hit the Y, the VT line, I should say, apologies. Bring it across and bring it up. 0.4. Sorry about that there. So 2 perpendicular to the horizontal trace where it hits the XY line, send it vertically up to hit the vertical trace, horizontally across, and it's above itself. Number 2. And finally number 3, parallel to the horizontal trace, vertical till it hits the vertical trace, horizontally across, and then you're directly above itself. That is 0.3. Now, how heavy it is, so 3 is at the front, 4 is at the front, 2 is at the back, so I'm going to just do my dotted lines for that, and 1 is at the front there. Now, join all these up then. And that is your cut solid then. And that is your surface. All this is your cut surface there. That is the surface that is cut by the oblique plane, okay? So that is page 148, and that is figure 8.20. All right.